Violence is part and parcel of country life. I learned how to stitch up a bleeding wound, load and fire a shotgun. My hands did these things, but I was never easy in my mind.
Way down in the water.
I held his heartbeat in my hand.
Way down in the water.
All that time he was gone, I only prayed for him.
Over there, I was a liberator. People lined up in the streets waiting for us.
Sometimes I actually miss it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm coming back from the fire.
You're the one always talking about our own and our own parcel, the only way to get up from under their foot.
Crawling back from the dirt.
I don't want you working for them.
I won't be working for them. I'll be working for us.
How are you ladies doing? First, congratulations on a great performance. I love seeing both of your characters on screen, and you brought a lot to this project. But my first question is, Mudbound is being distributed through Netflix. Netflix is a home for binge watching, so I want to know from both of you, like, what was the first thing you binge watched on Netflix?
Black Mirror.
Yeah.
And Ozark.
Oh yeah, I love those. How about you?
I think the first thing I binge watched was Bloodline. Did you see that?
Oh yeah.
And then Designated Survivor.
Oh, okay.
Quite intensely after that.
All right, so this movie takes on a period that we haven't really seen on film. We've seen slavery, we've seen a little bit of Reconstruction, but this period right after World War II is like kind of unique, especially Mississippi Delta. Was there a lot that you guys learned about the period itself and what was going on, or was this a continuation of the history you knew was happening?
Well, it seems to me that it's a continuation. It's nothing new. I didn't learn anything new except for we have a long way to go. I mean, that's not new either. But that's there was nothing new to learn. It was kind of sad.
Yeah.
For me, it was a big learning curve. I mean, this isn't my country or my history, although we share a lot of the same problems. But it was a period of history that I hadn't given thought to. I hadn't thought about black soldiers fighting for their country, dying for their country, and returning to a country that treated them with such disdain. Like, it had never really been something I knew it intellectually, but I'd never thought about it, and I found that really shocking.
What do you think about the excuse for the ignorance of a community that says that things like that were in a certain time and were okay, and that we should just look at it through the lens of time and think that, oh, it was okay because people didn't know? I mean, should we excuse things because it was different times, or should we look at all prisms of history as like what it is today, through the prism of what's right today?
I think, well, first of all, we're talking about looking back and making judgments on things that have happened historically. Yeah. I think you can say what is right and wrong and what is, and I think, you can look back at that time and say that the behavior was despicable and the laws were despicable, and I don't think you can grant forgiveness or passes for a social construct. I think what's interesting in this film is you're looking at so many different narratives, and you are getting into the mindset of people who were brought up to believe a certain thing, and I think that can provoke conversation about how we believe today. We're not now raised in a society where we are told to believe certain things, but somehow those sentiments still remain, and why is that? And why do we still have racism so rampant? And why do we still have white nationalists marching the streets and the Ku Klux Klan? This should be a bygone era, which we should be ashamed of, and it's not. It's current, and that's what this film does.
I want to know for you, Mary. We were introduced to you as an artist musically, and we've loved your albums over the years. Putting together this project as opposed to putting together an album or something, is there any similarities as an artist in the project, putting together a project?
Well, I didn't, with this character, I didn't put together anything. It was all Dee's direction. It was a lot of my emotion and my history from my childhood. My mom and dad were both Southern, and they came to New York and they had me. But my mom ended up being a single parent mother, sending me down south every summer. So I was able to see this character, which was my grandmother and my aunts, and apply that to this character. As far as wardrobe and what her makeup would look like and who was Florence, that was all Dee Reese's direction. completely. So and making an album, that's all me. Me. But there was a lot of me inside this character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I love this project. I hope it gets recognized by all the award guilds. And I love seeing you guys on screen. Keep on doing your thing. We'll keep on watching.
Thank you so much.